This is Last Call Gaming, a series dedicated to final games released in North America for many classic video game systems. NHL 2K2 was the second release in the NHL 2K series, which continued itself until 2011 on various other consoles. It improved on many of the features present in NHL 2K, despite its analog menus, which I never took a great liking to, and which mercifully went away with the Dreamcast itself. The game's presentation was slick, and certainly great at its time. While other games had some commentary, this is one of the first with almost every player name recorded, due in large part to the GD-ROM's larger size compared to the CD-ROM that the PlayStation and Saturn had used. The presentation in this game is fantastic. It makes one wonder what the Dreamcast games would have looked like if the system had lived on until 2005 or so. Every game starts with the home team being introduced in a grandiose manner, much like in an actual hockey game, to the arena standard get ready for this by 2 Unlimited, which ironically enough was used in EA's NHL 96. The gameplay takes some getting used to, especially for those used to EA's current series of games with the dual analog sticks. The button-based passing and shooting was the norm at the time. However, it certainly takes some readjustment if you haven't played a hockey game from that era recently. There are some issues with collision detection, however they don't really detract from the value of the game. It still works. The game is very playable, especially for those who long for the era between Gretzky and Crosby. However, that time period may be the game's biggest flaw. Unlike older games like NHL 94 with classic teams that no longer exist, NHL 2K2 was in a transitionary phase in the NHL's lifespan. Right after the retirement or downfall of some of the game's greats, and before the current crop of games came up. But, who knows? Maybe one day, we'll look upon the Atlanta Thrashers as fondly as the hockey community views the Whalers. Still, even with all those flaws, the positives outweigh the negatives, and NHL 2K2 gets an official last call rating of an 8 out of 10.